naman ang iba pang mga susunod nating balitang sports sa PTV News. Senior man pero humahataw pa rin sa sports. Ngayong hapon, makasama natin ang isang 69-year-old ophthalmologist na nangunguna pa rin sa health and fitness. Mas kilalanin natin si Dr. Freddy Martinez dito sa Live Better. Age is but a number and it sets no boundaries. Ito ang paniniwalang pinanghahawakan ni Dr. Alfredo Martinez, isang retired ophthalmologist sa Manila Doctors Hospital. Bagamat 69 na taong gulang na si Dr. Fred, napapahanga pa rin niya mga tao sa kanyang husay at talento sa sports, lalo na sa windsurfing. Kailan nga ba nagsimula ang hilig niya sa sports?
My first sport was actually tennis. I started playing it during my undergraduate years sa Diliman. I was really crazy about it. Talagang playing from sunrise till sundown. Only stopping pagka umuulan. Fast forward, I got into medical school. And the medical school ng UP is in the PGH compound on Taft Avenue. And I think it's the only medical school na may tennis court just outside our classroom. Alam mo, medical school, wala ka talaga, you don't have a life. The only convenient thing to do to get the stress out was to play tennis. There's a small group of us who continued playing it. And I did that until I finished my residency sa PGH in ophthalmology, playing it regularly. Later, when I was out of I didn't have a tennis court at my backyard, so to speak. At that time, there was a mandatory law that required you to do rural practice in any place in the Philippines for a year. So I wound up in Bohol, where the Chocolate Hills are. And on a weekend, we would go to Cebu for rest and recreation. And that was when I encountered windsurfing. So after the first lesson, I never stopped. I was hooked. Now it's been almost close to 30 years, I think, since that was 1995. So it's been close to 30 years that I've been doing it, and I think I have no plans, God willing, to stop or give it up.
Sa lahat ng sports na kanyang nasubukan, sa windsurfing siya, pinaka nahumaling.
It can be a very solitary sport na mag-isa ka lang dun in the middle of the ocean, thinking about nothing except how you're moving, thinking about your life. It's like some kind of a meditation thing. Interaction with nature. You're out there, the sun, water, the wind, and just the sound of water and the feeling of flying or skimming over water is something that I cannot describe. Only a windsurfer maybe would appreciate it. Also, you learn to become like a weatherman. Long before Pag-asa started talking about habagat and amihan, all windsurfers were already very familiar with it. You know when it's gonna rain, when the wind is gonna come strong, more or less to a certain degree. You get familiar with the tides. Yeah, you become sort of like a weatherman.
Bukod sa nakapagbibigay sa kanya ito ng peace of mind at relaxation, naniniwala si Dr. Fred na nakatulong ang windsurfing sa kanyang proseso ng pagpapagaling mula sa cervical spondylosis.
I started 95 somewhere in 97, I think, or 98. I had some cervical spine issues. Not from windsurfing, actually. I don't know. I was told by all the doctors to give it up because it's dangerous. They were aware that you could take violent wipeouts or spills that can result in disaster. Well, I stopped for a while, but not for long. I was so sad that I couldn't do what I want. I was even willing to have surgery just to be able to. I was volunteering to have surgery just to be able to continue, but they said, no, you're not a candidate for surgery. That was when I slight shift, somebody gave me an idea, why don't you get a little boat so that you can be on the water without no danger at all of getting yourself severely injured or paralyzed. So that's why I ventured into a little while into small boat sailing, dinghy sailing. But after a while, it was not as exciting and fast as windsurfing. So after a few years, when I was having less symptoms, I found myself against doctors' orders. They make the worst patients, doctors. I was back. Even starting out, sailing with this neck braces you see on what the emergency medical people put. I was sailing with that. And then, I never stopped.
Ang tanong ng karamihan, madali bang matutunan ang windsurfing?
We used boards. They're only about 2 feet wide, 24 inches wide. And they were not school boards. They were the regular boards of people who already were into the sport. For the sails, we used the regular sails, maybe the smaller ones, but still big and heavy. Nowadays, the beginner boards, or the school boards, as they say, is almost a meter wide. So the issue about balance is it's like standing on a sidewalk. It hardly moves. And all the material with all this carbon fiber things, the weight has really gone so low that anybody can manage them. And with proper instruction, I think anybody with reasonably good health, not unless there's something painful in your back or what, I think you can. And not being a swimmer is not a requirement. Even that, as long as you wear protection device and you're not afraid of falling into deep water or wandering off, then it's not an issue. You can.
Ayon kay Dr. Fred, isang magandang bonding activity din ito kasama ang pamilya at mga kaibigan.
The year I started, I pulled in my sister, who's by now is also a senior citizen, and she's an avid sailor too. And then my family, my wife, and my son and daughter also went into it. They started when they were toddlers. So when there was no wind, we would always be at the beach.
Dagdag pa niya, ang windsurfing ang nagpapanatiling active at feeling young para sa kanya.
My friends my age sometimes wonder, how come you're so still active at that age? No? I think it's the passion that drives you. It's the love of the sport that keeps you young. The windsurfing crowd is generally almost probably young people, maybe half of your age generally. So when you're around young people, it's somehow nahahawa ka, no? When they go faster, you want to go faster too. Hahabulin mo sila kahit ano lang mangyari dyan, no? So I think yun lang yun eh. And at the end of the day, you wouldn't want to have regrets. If I had stopped a long time ago, I would probably be very miserable now.
At bago matapos ang aming kwentuhan, sa kanyang mahaba at makulay na karanasan sa buhay, nagpabaon siya ng magagandang aral na magagamit natin sa buhay.
I feel you should not be afraid to try anything, no matter how late or no matter how daunting it looks. If you really like it, then you go for it. I would say one life, you live it. I think that's what I would like to do.
Pinapakita sa kwento ng buhay ni Dr. Fred na ang edad ay hindi dapat maging balakid sa ating hangad ng kasiyahan at adventure sa buhay. Kailangan sumubok tayo ng mga bagong sports at madiskubre ang ating kakayahan, tumukla sa mga bagong kasanayan, at maranasan ang buhay na walang limitasyon. At dyan na nagtatapos ang ating episode ngayong hapon. My name is Meg Siozon, encouraging everyone to live better.